I want to show you guys that you can still get a killer workout in at home and still make progress towards your goals. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I don't know about where you live, but here in LA, the gyms are still closed. It sucks, but it's not an excuse for us to give up on our goals. The biggest thing for me right now is consistency, so even though I can't be in the gym lifting heavy and putting on muscle, my goal is just to be consistent with my workouts, keep my muscles engaged so I don't lose muscle. I've been doing at-home workouts since March, since we went into this stay-at-home order, so pretty well versed in it now. I typically do 5 to 6 lifts per week, different splits every week, but I'll typically hit legs 2 to 3 times a week and then do shoulders, arms, and back separately. Right now I'm not following any sort of program or anything. Normally I would have like set exercises and rep ranges that I would follow and track week to week, but right now I'm just focusing on getting my workouts in every day and being consistent and just making sure that my muscles stay engaged and keep working so that I don't lose muscle. Obviously, I'd rather be in the gym lifting heavy. I don't particularly love the at-home workouts, but we've got to deal with what we're dealt with and just make the best of the situation. So this period of time can either make you or break you, and I'd like to look back on it and think that I pushed through it and made the best of it. So I want to show you guys that you can still get a killer workout in at home and still make progress towards your goals. So with that said, let's get into the workout. Okay, I'm starting off here with my warm-up. I'm doing 50 bodyweight squats and I'll do 2 sets of that. Not going too deep here or anything, just doing some light bodyweight movements to get my blood flowing and get my heart rate up. It's important to warm up before you start lifting, especially if you're in the gym, lifting weights, lifting heavy. You really want to get those muscles warmed up before you start doing any of that to make sure you don't injure yourself. I'm not lifting anything heavy in this workout. I don't have that type of equipment at home, but just doing a couple exercises to get my muscles loosened up and get ready to go for the workout. I didn't film this part, but I also like to do some stretching before I get into my workout. So after I do my 2 sets of bodyweight squats, I'll do some light stretching. I do sit all day for work, so I have pretty tight hip flexors, so I'll do some hip flexor stretches and then some quads and hamstring stretches as well because I am doing legs today. So once I do a couple of those and feel good and ready to go, I'll jump into my workout. And this is just another angle of me doing my warm-up, doing the second set of 50 squats. And after this, I will be ready to go and jump into the workout. Okay, this first exercise I'm doing is a heel elevated front squat. This is a quad focus exercise. I have 2 10-pound dumbbells underneath my heels. My toes are on the ground, pointed slightly out, and I'm doing a squat motion, squeezing on the way down and up, really slow and controlled, really feeling those quads, targeting those quads. You can really feel the burn on this exercise. I love it. In the gym, I would do a Smith front squat or a barbell front squat, so this is just my at-home version of that. I'm doing 50 reps of this, and then I'm going to superset that with an ab exercise. So for this workout, I have 3 key leg exercises, each supersetted with a ab exercise, and then at the end I'm going to do a glute burnout. So I'm supersetting the elevated heel front squats with this first ab exercise, which is mountain climbers. I'm doing 15 per leg, slow and controlled. You want to be up in a push-up position and bring your knee up to your elbows, focusing on squeezing the obliques, really feeling the squeeze in the obliques on each side. So I'll do 15 per leg here. You also want to make sure you keep your butt down and keep a horizontal body position throughout the whole movement. Moving on now to my second set of elevated heel front squats. I'm going to do another 50 reps here. This will be my last set of these. You can see my heels elevated on the dumbbells there and my toes in the ground. And I'm just doing slow and controlled squat movements, really focusing on feeling that burn in my quads. Even though I don't have any weights here, I still felt a great burn with this exercise. It really targets the quads and fires them up, especially with the slow and controlled movements and the higher rep range. I really feel the killer burn with this movement. I was calling it a front squat, but I guess I don't have any weight, so technically this is just a body weight squat with my heels elevated. Okay, and then jumping right into the superset with the mountain climbers. I'm going to do another set of 15 per leg here, and this will be my second and final set. Moving on to the second leg exercise, I'm doing a Bulgarian split squat here. I have my right leg on the floor and my left leg is back and elevated on this little shoe bench here. I'm holding two 10-pound dumbbells in my hands and just doing slow and controlled squat movements. I'm doing 15 per leg, and the way that my legs are positioned, this is more of a quad focused exercise, but it does fire the glutes a little bit. And you can see that I am a little bit leaned over in this. This is just kind of the natural position that I feel like my body went into. And because I'm focusing on targeting the quads a little bit more, this position felt a little bit more comfortable versus my chest being straight up. And for my second ab exercise, I'm supersetting the split squats with these tuck-ups here. I'm doing 25 reps in total. This is a pretty standard exercise, but you're going to go up onto your butt and bend your knees up to your chest and then straighten your legs out. Focusing on squeezing your abs on the contraction and breathing out on the contraction and doing a slow and controlled fluid movement. And I've got my second set of split squats here, just a different angle where you can see the movement. I'm doing 15 per leg. Alright, and we've got our second set of tuck-ups here. I'm doing another set of 25. You can see this is really one whole fluid movement. My legs do not touch the ground until I'm done with all 25 reps. And then we have our third and final set of split squats here. This is a really close-up angle, so you can see the positioning of my legs, and I'm really focusing on targeting that quad. And that one was a killer, so just taking a quick rest. And I have my last and final set of tuck-ups here, doing another set of 25 to finish off this superset. Now moving on to my third leg exercise, I'm doing a banded Romanian deadlift. This will target the hamstrings and a little bit of the glutes. I'm using this screen resistance band, which will provide tension on the way up and the way down. So I'm just getting it set up here to the resistance that I like and focusing on slow and controlled movements. As always, I like to go a little more aggressive on the way up and then slow on the way down. I'm just going till burnout here, and you can see that I'm adjusting the band a little bit to get a couple more reps in, keeping the knees straight the entire time and just hinging at my hips and squeezing the glutes at the top. Now I'm switching out for another band that's a little bit less resistance. I got these in a set, 4 different bands that all have different levels of resistance. So getting this one set up, going right into the reps here, and I'm just going to do this set until burnout as well. Doing this set a little bit faster just to get some burnout reps in, and then loosening the tension a little bit to get a few more reps in. And taking a quick rest because my glutes are on fire, and then just going right into a couple of body weight reps just to finish off the set. Despite only having a couple of dumbbells and resistance bands, this workout has been killer. As you can see, I'm sweating like crazy. And I'm supersetting the Romanian deadlifts with these single leg tuck-ups. I don't really know what they're called, but basically I'm doing a tuck-up, but one leg at a time and tapping the inside of each foot. I don't think I did a specific rep range here, kind of just was going until it hurt. Now I'm switching into kind of a frog leg tuck up. Sometimes I just do whatever I feel like. In this case, I liked this exercise because I could really feel it in my lower abs. Just checking on the guns real quick. And then moving on into my second set of Romanian deadlifts. Not doing any specific rep ranges here, just going to failure with each of my sets, and I really love these bands because you feel the tension throughout the entire movement of the exercise, and you can loosen it if you need to get a couple more reps in, and then end it with a couple body weight. And then closing out this superset with another set of these single leg tuck-ups. And then for my last exercise, I'm doing a Glute Giant Set. So I'll be doing several different glute exercises all in a row, pretty much just a mishmash of all the glute exercises that I like all in a row, just trying to burn out the glutes and really toast them up to close out this workout. So here I'm starting out with a banded glute bridge. My heels are pinned to the ground and my toes are slightly off the ground, and I am driving through my heels and lifting my butt off the ground. It's a pretty short motion, but when you have that band around your knees, you really feel your glutes firing on this. And then I move my feet in a little bit closer to target a different area of the glutes. I find that when my feet are closer together, I feel it more underneath my glutes, and then when my feet are wider apart, I feel it more on the sides. You also want to focus on squeezing at the top of each movement, and I think I did about 50 reps for this. Next, I'm going into a banded abductor. This is similar to the abductor machine that you see at the gym. I've got the band around my knees, and I'm moving my legs away from each other. You can really feel this on the outside of your glutes. I'm just playing around with different feet positions to target different areas of the glutes here. This one really burns. I'm using the Glute Loop by Brett Contreras. I just got this from his website. If you want to check him out on Instagram, I get a lot of my glute exercise ideas from him. He's considered the glute guy, and he's got a lot of unique creative ideas if you're looking for ways to build your glutes. So just finishing up here with that, and then moving on to some banded sidewalks. I'm doing 5 side steps each direction. This really kills. This band is really tight, so I could only really do short movements here before my glutes were on fire. Next, I'm doing some banded kickbacks. My glutes were toast at this point, so I could really only do a couple reps on each side. But I'm trying to do all of these exercises in a row without much rest and really just try to burn out the glutes. Now moving into a banded squat. You can see the range of motion here is pretty short, and that's really just focusing on targeting the glutes. Next, I'm doing some donkey kicks, I think they're called. I've just got the band around my knees and I'm kicking my leg back, and I felt this more on the upper part of my glutes. And to end this glute giant set, I just did a couple of different exercises to burn out my glutes, some leg lifts, some squats, and some deadlifts, and we're done. So that's it for the workout, guys. As you can see, you can still get a killer workout in even with minimal equipment if you focus on the intensity and giving it your best effort. So I hope you enjoyed this, and thanks for watching.